acting's really hard. You're not going to have full AI films of like someone acting. It's just, no.
Okay.
And then the very first time I went into an acting class.
But when you will keep doing, okay, you will get better and better and better.
Hey.
What? You gonna hit me again?
I didn't hit you. I pushed you.
You did this to me. Why is he here? Gosh, I have to ask, after seeing all of this, is it really that affordable? I love Ray.
Absolutely. He's the best.
He's so great at the beach.
Oh, he's so energetic.
Yeah, so intense.
Yep. He's really fun at barbecues.
So welcome to our podcast, Amelia. I hope you are doing very well and thank you for giving opportunity to connect with us. Today we are going to talk about films, about your career, about your journey. So please welcome and say something and tell about you to our audience, please.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, first of all, for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. I saw some of the other interviews you did with other actors and they were really good. So I guess for me, I first started out as a model and then I slowly started to get into acting. So I've probably been doing acting professionally now for about 6 years, but I always kind of dabbled in it a little bit, beforehand. But about 6 years ago, I quit my office job and I actually decided to pursue it full time. And it's been, it's had its ups and downs. It's not an easy thing to do. There's been some highlights and definite lowlights, lots of rejection, but that's kind of how it goes with this career. But yeah, I mean, I love it. It's my absolute passion in life. And if I can say so, I think I'm good at it, and I think it's the only thing. I'm good at. I've tried a lot of different careers before I came to acting, and I just never really found the thing that I thought was my thing. And then the very first time I went into an acting class, I just was like, oh my god, like, I don't know what this is, but I need to keep doing it like forever because I just love it. So I'm still hanging in there, but it's difficult.
That's great. So before acting, what exactly you were doing as career, like in your office job? What was your job?
Yeah. So, oh, sorry, my phone's beeping. So I was a graphic designer. So at first I thought I wanted to be like a fashion designer. And sorry, my phone's going crazy. And so I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer. So I actually went to university and I studied fashion at university. And then I ended up going into the fashion industry and I worked as a graphic textile designer. Okay. And like that was still fun because it was creative, but I didn't really enjoy the whole like being in an office every day, like 9 to 5. That I really struggled with that, like just the sedentary like sitting all the time. So yeah, I did that, and then on the side, like on the weekends, I would do modeling jobs or acting jobs and stuff. But it was always like a hobby. I never thought like it would be like my real thing.
Okay, that's great. So, who inspired you to be an actor? Like somebody taking inspiration from an actor or actress. So, who is who inspired you to come in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of actors have inspired me, but I think the main one that inspired me, I remember distinctly, I was sitting like at my office desk, like so bored out of my brain. And I used to watch like videos on YouTube of Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
And she was like really blowing up at the time. Like it's when she was really becoming super famous. And I just was watching like all her films and all her interviews and like all like her behind the scenes and everything. And I just thought like that is really cool. Like she's a really good actress, and I loved her personality and how she just kind of, you know, she just like went for what she wanted, and she didn't hold back. Like she was fearless. And I was just like, I want to be like that. Like I want to have that in my life. So she was a huge inspiration for me, because she also didn't, so I didn't go to like acting school, and Jennifer Lawrence, she didn't go to an acting school. Like obviously by now she's obviously learned a lot of stuff, but that inspired me too, because I always thought if you wanted to be an actor, you had to go to drama school. And I was like, well, you know, it's too late for me. I already have done university. So that really inspired me to think, well, if she can do it, like I could do it, you know?
Yes, that's great. Acting school, if someone have like but acting or any skill, okay, they don't need like any school or anything, okay, they can do whatever they want if somebody have patience about that work. One more thing, I just want to know that what is different between like Hollywood and Australian film industry?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm not an expert on this, but from my personal perspective, there's quite a few differences. I mean, obviously, number one would be there's not as much money here. So the projects that get made here, they're of much smaller budget. There's much less projects that get made here, so the competition is incredibly fierce. And they do tend to use the same actors over and over and over again. And they're great actors, don't get me wrong, but then it does kind of, for the rest of us, you know, people at my level who are trying to, you know, get a chance, get an opportunity to work on something, it's just extra hard. Like Hollywood is hard, no doubt, but I think it's probably harder here, to be honest. And yeah, I think like, because we don't really have the budget or the market for like big blockbuster films. Like a few things were made here, like so we had these studios called Fox Studios. Well, they just got
Right.
bought by Disney, I believe, and so I think they made some of the Thor films out there, and some of the Marvel films they made out there. So that's been like a good change, and like a lot of my friends were on those films as like extras, or you know, people in the background stuff, which is, you know, it's good work for them, but you know, it's extra work is great, but it doesn't really lead anywhere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so like there's a few little things that go on here, but like it's very minimal. And if there is something good going on, like something big going on, then everyone's like, ah, you know. So it's like
Okay.
can be pretty intense.
So, please tell me about your recent project you have done as an actor and your coming project also. I want to, I read about you, and I saw you have done very good movies, but please tell this to my audience as well. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess, where do I start? I guess I've done a bunch of films like throughout my career. Again, they're all indie films, so they're not any films that anyone's going to know. They're all very art house creative films. But I guess one of the biggest films I've done is a film called Friends and Strangers, which is by James Vaughan, and it's set in Sydney, set in Australia. It's very sort of experimental, and has an interesting sort of take on the lives of Sydney-siders. So I play like this rich, really like up herself woman, and it was quite fun to play. And we because I was meant to be rich, we filmed in this beautiful mansion that had like all this stunning artwork and like these amazing grounds, and I just got to like swan around in there, like pretending it was my house, and like that was so fun. I live in like a tiny apartment, so I was like, oh, this is amazing. So that was really fun, and that film did quite well internationally, and it got put on one of our local airlines called Jetstar. It was like in-flight entertainment, so people could watch the film on the flight. So that was pretty cool. And it showed at a few cinemas here in Australia and I think in the US. So that was probably like my biggest film I've ever done. But I've done some other interesting films, like I did a film called A Bad Influence, where I was the lead female character in that, and that was low budget film, but I think it has a really good story. It's really well written. It's by my friend Andreas Tumbus, and it's like this story of this group of friends that come over for an evening for like a dinner, and everything seems to be going well. And then as the night goes on and everyone's drinking and having drugs, and like you sort of find out these little pockets of secrets that are actually happening in like undercurrents of the friendship group. And then it has like, yeah, I think it's one of those movies you want to watch twice because you kind of pick up different things like each time. So I was really proud of that one. That was one of the first films I ever did.
Oh, that's great. And do you make your own content as well? I saw your yoga videos on internet. So you like
Mm-mm-mm.
yoga and making own content?
Yeah, I trained as a yoga teacher, and I love yoga. I've been doing it every day for about 6 years. I have a history of like some chronic pain issues with my neck and my jaw and stuff like that, which has really impacted my work and my quality of life. So yoga has really helped a lot to just, make things feel a lot better. And so mentally too, it's so good for you. But I did actually write and direct my own comedy series called Roller Coaster Testers. And I did that just after COVID, I think. And so that was a really good experience, just learning to be on the other side of the camera and learn about producing and directing. And it was really hard, but I learned a lot doing it.
Okay, so you direct your own movie, you said.
Yeah, it was like a comedy series. There was 5 episodes, about 20 minutes each.
Okay, I got it. I saw on your channel actually episode. I thought maybe you are talking about any other series. Yeah, I saw that. I will share that link in the description also in this video, so you know the viewers
Yeah,
can go
I'd love people
and
to check
watch
it
as
out.
well.
It's my very first attempt, so it's not perfect, but it's
Yeah,
a bit of
no,
fun.
every first attempt will not be best, okay, but when you will keep doing, okay, you will get better and better and better results every time, right? So
Yeah,
it's
you're
happened
right.
with me as well.
Yeah,
When I
you're right.
started my first episode of this podcast, I was very nervous, but now I'm a little bit, I'm, it's called confidence about this because now I'm usually doing this with different people from different industry from around the world. So now everything is doing fine. So it's happening
Yeah, that's
in everyone's work. Okay, so if you will do your next movie or next series, okay, it will be better than the older version. Okay.
yeah. You learn and get better each time. You
Yeah.
must meet. So are you an actor or filmmaker, or you just really love the industry?
Actually, I have a company. Okay, I'm the CEO of that company. It's called Filtershots, and we are a video production and marketing company actually. So I'm not actor, but yes, I have other channel, okay, which is in my own, in Hindi, okay, that is for the cyber. So I come and make videos there. I even have like uh, around 40K, 40K subscribers and around 10 million views on my channel, the second channel.
Mm.
This one we started
Wow.
through the company.
Oh, amazing.
So that's the thing.
That's great.
And like, I have one more question from you about
Yeah,
the industry. I asked to everyone, okay, what was your first very best experience in this industry?
Um, I think it would be, so I did a feature film last year. It hasn't been released yet, it's still in post-production, but it was probably the best feature film I've worked on. I played the lead female character in it. And it was really nice because I didn't audition for it. They sought me out. Like they found me and they found my work, and they were like, look, we really like you. We think you're perfect for this character. Like, let's meet. And then after we met, we had coffee and had a chat, got to know each other, and they offered me the role, like, you know, at the lunch, which was really special. And you know, working with them, they're just really beautiful people, like really passionate filmmakers, really kind people. And I think we've made something really special. I can't say too much about it because it's probably like the biggest film I've worked on, and I hope when it gets released, you know, it's supposed to go to theaters here in Australia, and maybe it will stream online. But it was a really challenging role. It was a very physical role. It's a post-apocalyptic kind of zombie world, and I'm a mother trying to get my son to safety. So I got to do a lot of stunts and action and, you know, emotion and drama, and it just really challenged me as an actor, but I really grew from it. So that was really an amazing experience.
Okay, that's great. Did you hear about Bollywood also? Bollywood.
Yeah, I love Bollywood. It's amazing. It's so over the top.
So what do you like in Bollywood? Bollywood songs, dance, movies?
I love the dancing. I love the the good expressions and everything. Like I couldn't do all that with the dancing and everything. It was so good. And like the production quality, like, oh my God, they're so beautifully made, you know.
Yeah.
Everything looks stunning. All the dancing is amazing. Like it must be it's stressful, but must be so amazing to be on one of those sets, filming one of those projects. I'd love to be in one day. That would be very
Yeah,
cool.
sure. You should apply for that in
Yeah.
Bollywood. Okay. And how do you get hired in Australia? What is the process to hire an actor there?
I mean, I guess it varies, but I mean, generally, I suppose people would go through somebody's agent. At the moment, I've chosen not to have an agent. I'm quite successful sourcing work independently. You know, I go out and I meet people and I talk to people. I support them in their projects. I try to be really involved in who's making what, and you know, really supportive of my peers, because it's really hard to make a film. It's really hard. You know,
Right.
it's so expensive, so much work, and I, as the actor, I want to be there to support, not just to be like, oh, give me a role. So I really do understand like how much heart and soul goes into making stuff. So these days I tend to get my work through recommendations and referrals. I do apply to some casting calls, but I'm very lucky. I'm in a position now, because I've worked so hard like the last 10 years, that usually people recommend me, and then I can, you know, audition that way.
All right. So, do you think like there are scams also going on in this film industry by casting directors and some agents as well, the fake agents who ask for money, and then they say we will give you the chance in a movie, or we will find a work for you, and they don't give. My last guest told me that this is happening in actually Hollywood, in America, in Canada,
Mm.
everywhere. Okay, in even Bollywood as well. So, what about Australia? It's happened there also.
Yeah, it definitely happens. I mean, I think when you have any career where, I mean, let's face it, like in my opinion, there's two kinds of actors. There's actors who really love the work of acting. You know, it's hard work. You got to learn the lines, you got to be vulnerable, you got to put yourself out there. And then there's actors who just want to be famous, and they don't really appreciate the art of acting. They just want to you know, be famous. They don't actually really care about the acting. And so because of that, there's a lot of businesses and companies that will open up to take advantage of that. And they'll say, oh, well, if you come with us, we'll make you a star. If you
Yeah.
come in our books, just pay us $1,000 and you'll be in the next Marvel film. Like, if someone's telling you that, run the other direction. It's an outright lie. No one can promise you that. No one can promise you that, you know. And if that's the only thing you want, then I would question if you really want to be an actor, because it's not, in my opinion, it's not what it's about.
No, okay. Yeah, it's happening actually everywhere. Okay. And
Definitely happens here.
everyone, I'm suggesting to every viewer, okay, be aware from these kind of frauds and scam, okay. And if somebody asks for any money before giving any work, just go away from there, right?
Yeah, yeah, No, if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
Okay.
Mm.
So have you been in India?
No, I've never been to India. My parents have, and they thought it was amazing.
Oh,
And I've got a
okay.
couple of Indian friends, but I've never been.
There is Rishikesh, the capital of yoga. You do yoga every day. So I hear
Yeah.
hear about Rishikesh.
Yes, I've heard about it. Yes.
I
Yes, I'd love to.
When last time I went there, many friends from Australia. I met with them. I even have picture. I will found. I will share. So that is actually capital of yoga in the world, like you can say.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be amazing. I'd love to go there.
So anything else like you have in your mind? You want to give any message to the new actors who want to become like big actor, and do you have anything, any message for them?
I mean, I guess like kind of further to what I was saying before, acting's really hard and you're going to get a lot of rejection and it's going to feel very personal because it kind of is personal. You're getting judged every day on your voice, on your body, on your face, on the way you say something. And you have to have a really, really, really thick skin because it's going to weigh you down and you're going to feel like you're not good enough. I feel like that, often, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. But because that's the nature of the industry. But what I remind myself is like, I'm doing this because honestly, when I'm on set and I'm acting and I'm working on a really amazing scene, it's just, I feel so alive. Like I feel so creatively fulfilled. And I think if actors are just going into this because they want to be famous or they want to be the next big actor, to me, they're always going to be disappointed and they're always going to be feeling not good enough because the chances of that happening for someone, it's like less than 1%. So you really got to love the process and the journey and not be trying to get somewhere. Like it's fine to have ambitions and goals,
Right.
but don't let that be your only reason for doing it.
Okay. Do you want to
Mm.
give two tips to new film actors? Any tips you like understanding the script or face expression or work on the voice? Two tips give to the audience so they.
One tip I would give is actually get some kind of body physical movement practice in your life. So, for example, yoga is really good
Right.
because having an awareness of your body is really helpful in a scene. You can notice if you're tensing up or if you're doing something like, if you're showing, maybe you're meant to be playing a really confident character, but you're kind of going like this because you're nervous about everyone watching you on the camera. Well, then that obviously you're not going to look confident then. So having a body awareness is, I find, so helpful as an actor, and yoga is great for that. The other second tip, I guess, would be to really trust your intuition and don't always feel like you have to go off like what is exactly on the script. So, if you're in the scene and you get like a intuition, I don't know, to just brush your hair behind your ear, like just do it because it's more natural to be talking to you and kind of go like that than being like having this scene where I'm talking to you like that and I don't move anything because I'm trying to be perfect. Like
Right.
I think, yeah, body movements and trusting yourself like
Right.
is huge. Mm.
Body movement, face expression is the best in acting. Any actor. If I'm sitting talking.
What's the question, sorry?
No,
What was your question?
I'm saying the same thing like you was saying, okay? That body expression and the body language matter in acting.
Oh, yeah. But I think the key with that though is not, you don't go into a scene and go, okay, on this line I'm going to look like that, and on this line I'm going to smile, and on this line I'm going to go like that. Don't try to control it. Don't try to micromanage it. Your body and your face knows what to do if you're just feeling it. So don't try to micromanage like every expression because that's just going to be weird. you know.
Okay. And any bad experience you have in Australian film industry? Any bad
Uh,
experience you want to share?
I mean, like nothing crazy bad. I mean, there's been like I don't know,
Somebody
maybe
tried to
really
take
long.
somebody tried to take advantage of you
No,
because it's happened for a
no.
girl when
I'm a very assertive, confident woman, confident person, and I would never ever let anyone cross any boundaries. So if anyone's ever slightly close to doing something that I don't feel is appropriate, I will straight up say to them, "Excuse me, I'm not comfortable with this. Here's what I am comfortable with, X, Y, Z." Or if I really ever felt that I was not happy with the way something was going, I would just go, "Look, guys, thank you for having me today, but I'm not comfortable with this and I'm going to leave." And I have done that once or twice before. So I think, especially as a woman, especially as a young woman, you need to have your voice. You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be
right.
angry. Just go, "Excuse me, I'm not comfortable with this," but then offer a solution. "But I am comfortable with this instead. Can we make that compromise?" So, I've never had that happen because I've always had a strong ability to manage situations.
Okay, that's
Mm,
great. Okay.
mm,
I suggest to everyone the same. Okay, don't go for any kind of compromise with anybody. If somebody asking or you feel, just go away. Say there are lots of work in the industry. So, do you have any plan to go in Hollywood or Bollywood very soon?
Oh no, not very soon. I did go to LA in 2020, but then that's when COVID happened. So I went over to LA and I was there for a few weeks. And then COVID broke out. So everything shut down, everything got cancelled. So that was really sad. But I really love Australia. I love working here and I love my friends, and I'd love to make it as an actor here in my country. But having said that, if an opportunity came up in India or in America, I would go. But just have to see where things take me, I guess.
Okay, that's great. And
Mm,
you share lots of informative information today. I'm happy that you are
mm,
connected with me. Okay, because of technology, we are connected from Australia to India. Okay, so
mm.
do you have information like about artificial intelligence and about the latest technology coming? Do you want to talk about technology?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I know that they're trying to, possibly use artificial intelligence to, maybe put extras into a scene, or even, for presenting, they can have, they could take my image and just have me go, "Hello, welcome to the presentation." So
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's shit, but I also strongly believe no matter how good AI gets, it'll never be like a real person.
Yeah.
Um, you'll never have the real nuances of a person. So it's not going to replace. You're not going to have full AI films of like someone acting. It's just no. You might get AI taking away presenting jobs because that's very simple. Like just AI, someone going, "Hello and welcome. Please click on the link."
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, you just got to make your own. Like, I don't worry about like other shit. I just focus on me and what I'm doing. And if people want to go and do AI, they'll do AI. If people want to hire a real person, they'll hire a real person. So I just focus on the people that want to hire real people. I don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah, AI can't replace human. There will be lots of job will come, but they can't replace human because the exploration human can do. I don't think so. AI can do.
Mm.
I don't know about the future. What will be the future? Anyways, and, any interest in politics?
Oh no, I'm very anti, like not anti. I'm not political. I'm very spiritual. We all live on Earth. We're all human beings. It's love and kindness is always the answer. There's obviously a lot of shit going on in the world right now, but you know what? There's always a lot of shit going on in the world. It's a big world, and there's a lot of people in it. And all I can do is just be as lovely and as kind and as generous to every person that I meet. I, you know, I can't control the world. I can only control me. So,
That's great. Okay.
mm,
It is a nice conversation with you today. Okay.
quite.
And I'm very happy. I'm again saying I'm very happy that we are connected and we discuss
Yeah.
lots of informative information today. before I will leave the session, okay, I want you to give a positive message to everyone who is watching. Doesn't matter he is from film industry or from a normal person, or just share a positive message to everyone if you want to share.
Yeah, I'd love to share a positive message. I think I have a lot of things to say on that, but I think a positive message would just be, you know what, we're all in this together. Like, just, I know sometimes you get on your phone and everyone's all angry and everyone's like fighting with each other, but I would just say, just put your phone down, go outside, go for a walk in the park, you know, talk to a friend. Like, that's life. It's just the little things that
Yes.
matter. Don't get caught up in the drama. Just be grateful for the little things, like sunshine, beautiful park, a nice cup of coffee. Like, that's life. Honestly, it is. Like, that's the stuff that makes you feel good.
Okay. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. And again, okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you.
Thanks, Ajay. Yeah, it's been lovely. Thank you for chatting. I really
Bye bye.
appreciate it.